Hello everyone, I am P. Srihari working as Assistant Professor in Lucky Reddy Balreddy College of Engineering. Let's productively use this free time by brushing up the basics of electrical engineering. So let's get started. How to get started? Fundamentals of electrical engineering. These are the contents: charge, current, voltage, power, Ohm's law, circuit versus network, frequency, phasor. This seems to be very casual terms. You all remember these entire definitions wise, but let's discuss them in brief. Electric charge. Charge is conserved. It's neither created nor destroyed. We all remember positively charged, negatively charged is nothing but, in terms of positive in the sense protons, negative in the sense electrons. Quantity is represented with the symbol Q and have some units of coulombs. Let the value be electron value is minus 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs, or a proton is plus 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. Next one, electric current. It's nothing but rate of flow of charge, or I equal to dq by dt. In terms of units wise, 1 ampere is equal to 1 coulomb per second. The unit for the part of electric current here is amperes. And we can represent this entire thing in both the directions. Whether I can have to move from this side to that side, or that side to this side, means we can have some polarities. Depends upon the designations wise, positive or negative, but it has some magnitude also there. Casually, the typical current which can kill a human being is, it's approximately 10 milliamperes. So be careful. For the sake of 2 milliamperes is enough in order to make some paralysis also there. Current plays a crucial role. Next one, voltage. Voltage, potential difference, or else electromotive force, all these are same approximately, but slight variation. Coming to our definition wise, voltage, let it be unit positive charge of Q is there. I would like to move this charge from point A to point B. In order to move this charge from one point to another point, some work has to be done. That it is the work done in bringing a unit positive charge from point A to point B is nothing but voltage. V equal to dW by dq. That it is nothing but, d stands for change in the quantity, differential wise in mathematics. When 10 joules of work is required to move 10 coulombs of charge from one point to another point, the resultant of voltage is 1 volt only there. It has some units of volts represented with the letter V. It requires both magnitude and polarity also there. Don't forget, voltage can exist in between 2 points. Voltage can exist in between 2 points. Current is flowing across the element. Remember these two things. Next definition, power. Power is nothing but, it's a rate of doing work, or energy per unit time. P equal to dW by dt. Or else I am represent in terms of another formula here. Try to divide and multiply dq here, dq and dq. We can have some other formula, that it is nothing but dw by dq into dq by dt is nothing but, dw by dq is nothing but voltage, dq by dt is nothing but current. It's nothing but product of voltage and current will give the information of power. The units for the power here is watts. We are having two more powers also there. We'll discuss further. Those powers are reactive power and also some other thing, apparent power. All this power triangle we can discuss in the further. And remember these 2 points. When power is positive, the element is absorbing energy. Remember, power is positive, the element is absorbing energy. When power is negative, the element is supplying energy. Absorption and supplying is different. Try to remember. Power becomes negative means that it has to be supply energy to the other elements. When power is positive means the element is absorbing energy. These are the two crucial parts in problems wise. Next one, it's a consolidated sheet of different parameters: current, voltage, power, energy, and their units and their formula. Current units are amperes. Formula is I equal to dq by dt. Voltage units are volts. V equal to dW by dq. Power units are watts or kilowatts. 10 cube there. P equal to dW by dt. Energy units are joules or kilowatt hour, or W is equal to integral P dt. This is the consolidated sheet of different parameters. Next one, Ohm's law. Ohm's law is nothing but, let it be, I would like to choose one element. Across this element, I would like to apply some voltage. When I would like to apply some voltage across the net element, then I close that entire part, current flows across that element. That it is nothing but voltage across an element is directly proportional to the current flowing through that element at a constant temperature. Remember, this one is a condition. At a constant temperature, the current through an element is directly proportional to the voltage applied across the element. That it is V is directly proportional to I. When I'd like to remove this proportionality constant, that it is nothing but some constant R. That R is nothing but resistance. That resistance will have a units of ohms. Remember that thing. That plays a crucial role. V is equal to the formula here, IR. This entire law is given by the some German physicist George Simon Ohm is given this part. Ohm's law, this one, voltage units volts, current units amperes, resistance units ohms. It is represented with the symbol omega. This chart will give the entire formulas of this particular voltage formulas. V equal to IR, or in terms of power P by I, and we can have some current formulas. I equal to V by R in terms of power P by V. This one is power formulas. This term is resistance formulas. This gives the entire formulas of chart, gives the information of different formulas. And limitations of Ohm's law is also there. This law cannot be applied to unilateral elements. We can discuss further what is the unilateral elements, what is the non-linear elements. We'll discuss further. Don't bother about that part. This law cannot be applied to unilateral elements and non-linear elements also there. And we can have some other condition, constant temperature only it is applicable. These are the limitations of Ohm's law. Next one, remember, try to know the difference between circuit versus network. Network and circuit is nothing but it's an interconnection of various components to act together. That it is, these are the components. Let it be, this one is battery or cell or voltage or potential. This straight line, large straight line indicates positive polarity. This one is negative polarity. This cross mark indicates lamp in electrical point of view. This one indicates switch. These are the words. All together will give the whether circuit or network. But what's the main difference between circuit versus network? Network in the sense that it may be open. Circuit in the sense it's obviously closed. This becomes circuit and this becomes network. Circuits are the building blocks of networks. Networks is nothing but it's an interconnection of various components. I would like to combine all these things, but it not be closed. When it becomes closed, it becomes circuit. That's the only thing I write here. Circuit is nothing but closed path. Network is nothing but open. Remember those things. And one more thing, general examples may be circuit in the sense, let it be mobile phone, cell phone. We can talk to the other person, it's a closed path. Whereas this network will stands for signal wise. Signal in the sense no connection, but conserves the communication purpose. It is used all the elements, but it not be closed. It's a signal wise, Airtel signal. Next thing, frequency. Frequency stands for the number of cycles per second. Within a duration of 1 second, how many cycles we have covered, that gives the information of frequency. Let's observe, this one is positive half cycle and this one is negative half cycle. This entire becomes 1 cycle. Within a duration of 1 second, only 1 cycle will cover, that it can designate as 1 hertz or 1 cycle per second. Unit for the part of frequency is cycles per second or else hertz. Hertz is given by the center part of frequency. Let it be the second one will observe 1 cycle, 2 cycles. How many hertz will be there? 2 hertz. Within a duration of 1 second only there. The next one, within a duration of 1 second, how many cycles we have covered from this third diagram? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cycles in the sense 5 cycles per second, and the unit here is 5 hertz. Remember that thing. Frequency units are hertz. Next one, next definition wise, phasor. Yeah, we all remember in mathematics wise, vector quantity is nothing but it's a combination of magnitude and direction. But in the phasor, in terms of electrical point of view, we can add some other term that it is time. It is like a vector quantity at instant, but continuously rotates anti-clockwise with respect to time. Remember that thing. Let it be. I would like to have some this entire vector quantity direction. This one is magnitude. It is rotating anti-clockwise like this with respect to time at a speed of omega radians per second. And I would like to project this center to the part of x and y axis maybe like this. It becomes one sinusoidal waveform. Sinusoidal waveform will represent as some magnitude into sine of omega t plus phi. This phi stands for phase difference. And remember, this omega t stands for that phasor quantity. Phasor in the sense it's a combination of magnitude, direction, and obviously time. We can discuss deeply in the further sessions. Don't bother about phasor in the sense it's a combination of magnitude, direction, and time. It rotates anti-clockwise with respect to time. Next definition, open circuit, short circuit. We can regularly utter these sounds in the part of our households there. Open circuit, short circuit. What is meant by open circuit in the sense? Let it be the circuit. We can have some resistance maybe like this. Suddenly this enter becomes open. It burn it out that resistance means it becomes open. When it becomes open, current doesn't travel across this line. In the initial itself, I told that current can travel only across the closed path. In between 2 points, we can come across voltage. That it is when open circuit will occur means voltage becomes infinity, current becomes zero. When voltage becomes infinity, resistance also infinite. In open circuit, resistance infinite, no current flows, only voltage will exist. Those type of circuits are nothing but open circuit. Open in the sense, remember, I becomes zero, voltage becomes infinity, resistance becomes infinite. Next one, short circuit. Short circuit in the sense this entire resistance will short there. That it is that entire there is no voltage across this part, it becomes zero, resistance also becomes zero, no voltage difference exists. All points on the wire are at the same potential. In that particular thing, if voltage becomes zero means there is no other option. Current will becomes infinite. Only current can travel across this closed path. What we can occur in the part of circuit is nothing but closed path now. That open is nothing but it's a network. These are the definitions we have covered in today's class. Thank you very much. And in the further sessions, we'd like to go through the other concepts wise, classification of elements, Kirchhoff's laws, network reduction techniques, nodal and mesh analysis. Thank you very much for listening to my class.